Hi everyone, it's Eric from ecartman12.blogspot.com and welcome to my continued coverage of the Sony PS Vita that was sent to me by Vodafone. In this video I will be reviewing the demo of Uncharted Golden Abyss. Now Uncharted is the #1 launch title for the PS Vita and currently the best game you can pick up for the system. Now I would just like to point out that the developers most likely reduced the quality of the graphics in order to keep the demo a reasonable size file, so when you purchase the full game, the graphics should look enhanced. Now due to this being a demo, I will not be going too in depth like I did in my review of Spider-Man Edge of Time for the 3DS. Instead, I will just give you my opinion on what I currently think of the game and some problems I noticed. Now the demo consists of 2 levels which contains both platforming and shooting gameplay mechanics. It is a shame they don't give you a level that involves combat, but then again you don't want the demo to spoil all the gameplay modes for you, right? Now let's talk about the controls. Now you use the left analog stick to move Drake around, and you use the right analog stick to move the camera around, which is a feature us PSP users wanted for a long time. The X button will make Drake jump, and if you run into a wall or pipe and press the X button at the same time, Drake will climb onto the surface, and then you can either guide him along the path with the analog stick, or you can draw Drake a path to follow with the touchscreen. Or, if you are climbing up or down, you can use the trackpad, which is located on the back of the Vita, to climb up and down. The circle button will make him perform a dive and allows him to take cover. The L button acts as an aim for Drake, so he will aim his gun and then you press the R button to fire. There will also be sequences where you use the touchscreen to flick between the pages of Drake's journal, cut through certain objects and interact with other characters. What is also interesting is that when using a rifle, you can use the touchscreen to zoom into your target, or you can use the trackpad on the back to zoom in and out, and that control feature works very well indeed. Now those are the only controls introduced in the demo, but in the full game you might be introduced to different control methods for different situations, but for the most part the controls will be the same as the demo. Now let's talk about the bad points. Well, there are only a few negatives I have experienced in this demo. One is the graphics. Sure, they look great, but they are not exactly up there with the PS3. It might just be the demo, but they are certainly not PS3 graphics. But then again, launch titles never push a system to its limits. The second negative is when you are climbing up and down pipes. Using the analog stick and touchscreen to climb objects is easy, but using the trackpad on the back is really tricky. When I want to climb up, Drake tends to climb down and then climb back up and down again. It's just too complicated and easier if you just use the analog stick or touchscreen. Also, I don't like the sequences where you have to swipe the touchscreen in order to interact with Drake's sword. Those are the only negatives I have experienced with the demo. Now let's move on to the good things. Now even though the graphics aren't up there with the PS3, they still look really detailed and very good. When you look at the graphics and pay attention, you know they are not on the same level as the PS3, but when playing the game, you don't really notice. And using the analog sticks is an absolute joy as aiming is accurate and it really gives you the feeling of playing a PS3 game in your hand. I also liked the animations of the building collapsing around you, as it really made the whole game feel very interactive, and again, that was another feature that gave me the impression that I was playing a PS3 game in my hand. Also, there is attention to detail in here. For example, when Drake is near the fire, you will see him put his arm in front of his face like characters would do in a PS3 or 360 game. Little touches like this really add to the whole experience. This game is just so much fun to play, and I really would like to play the whole game, but the PS Vita I currently own is not mine. But in the future when I do purchase one, I will definitely pick this game up. The developers did a great job here, and I really look forward to seeing what the PS Vita has to offer in future games. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please stay tuned as I will be reviewing more demos for the PS Vita in the future. This has been Eric from ecartman12.blogspot.com, and I will see you all in the next video.